Assalamu alaikum, peace and blessings. I pray that all is well and everyone is in the best of health and spirits. It is your sister Denise Renee Muhammad and brother Sean Ali. We're coming on today for our health and wellness power hour. And our topic today is the awesome power of the human body. That's right, the awesome power of the human body. So as you come in, share the video, share the video. Sharing is caring. And Ramadan
Mhm.
Mubarak, Brother Sean.
Ramadan Kareem.
Yes, sir. How are you? All
All is
right.
well.
There we go. Yes, yes, yes. Alive and well, right?
You know it. Alive and
Yes,
well.
that's
Dead
right.
people have no problems, and living people can do whatever they want.
Exactly. And
Mm.
whatever problems we have, we work it out, right?
Yeah, we created them, so we might as well work them out.
Exactly. Exactly. Yes, sir. So let's get into the topic, the awesome power of the human body.
Right. And and when we looking at um we can start right there, right? Let's we can start with the word human, right? We know that the word human is comprised of two words, right?
Right.
Hu, or which is humus, and man, which is us. And humus is dark organic matter. So when we're looking at human beings, let us go to the root of this word. And this is an English word, but we know that that HU is short not just for hue, but humus, which is dark organic matter.
Right.
So when we and organic is going on right now, right? You got that word organic is very popular,
Right.
but
That's
the
popular.
right is that organic? Is that organic?
Right.
So in the root word of the word humus or human, we got dark organic matter. So when we are looking at the awesome power of the human body, right? Oh, see, we want to because we know that everybody isn't the original people, and that the only people that can make this dark organic matter is people that have dark organic matter.
Right.
See, so we want to go to the root, and I don't want to have this show confused, because when they're talking about COVID and all these other sicknesses and diseases, they don't separate the races. They should,
Right.
because everybody isn't human. Everybody doesn't have dark organic matter. So if you
Right.
got dark organic matter like me and Sister Denise, we want to show you just how powerful your body already is. Not how powerful you can be, you will be, but that you are right
Right now. Present.
presently. I want to start with message to the black man. Hey, since we
All
talk
right.
about that dark organic matter,
Yes.
I just wanted to give a where my mindset was at for this, because I was reading this before our show, right?
Right.
And in the page 46, this is in the chapter dealing with if the civilized man fails to perform his duty, what must be done? And in this, it says the duty of the civilized man is to teach civilization to the uncivilized, the arts and sciences of civilized people and countries of advanced civilization. That's what we want to do with this show right now. Because me and
Right.
Sister Denise are believers in the teachings of the Nation of Islam. We are followers of the Nation of Islam and the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. So we have a
Right.
question that says, what is the duty of a civilized person in our lesson? And we are attempting with this show to go in at the closing of the same chapter. The Honorable Elijah Muhammad says, he says, come, let us reason together. but you cannot until you have a thorough knowledge of self. He
Right.
says, who are you waiting for to teach you the knowledge of self?
Mm.
Surely not your slave masters who blinded you to the knowledge. He said, the white racist civilization will never work for
For
us.
us.
So when we want to come and talk about the power of the human body, what you may hear, okay, you can't confuse it for what white people can or cannot do, because we are people of the sun, and within 15 minutes the sun kills them or starts to give them skin cancer. So this science isn't an umbrella science. This is for
Right.
the original people. Now look, in this human body, woo, man, God put us, we hear about the immune system, right?
Right.
We hear about the immune system. This is an awesome system, but we got something else called stem cells, right? Now, have y'all heard about stem cells? These are blank, they are literally blank cells that can become anything in your body. So we got two ways that both of these interact, because they are both designed to keep us healthy from invaders, and they're also to keep us moving towards perfection. So we got in our bone marrow the two main ways that the immune system and stem cells act in our bodies is bone marrow in the gut. Now, the bone marrow, this is that bone, that femur. This is our femur bone, right? Mainly our femur. That's the big bone in your leg. Inside of the femur, this is where all of our immune cells in our stem cell, most of our stem cells originate. So when we are looking at inside of us, we have a factory, right? That's designed to keep us healthy and strong, but also go through and eliminate and keep us imperfection and keep us perfect. So these stem cells, they are blank cells. Now, they stay in your body. There's two types of stem cells. You got embryonic from a baby, and you got
Right.
non-embryonic. The non-embryonic are also called somatic stem cells, SSC. Soma means body.
Body. Right.
Right. So listen, right now, all of us, everybody listening right now, we have stem cells that are either able to be produced or are produced. The only difference is they stay dormant until the body calls. See, your body produces it, but how we live interferes with the communication. And I want to put one more system up here, because we have the immune system, we have stem cells, but we also have the endocrine system. And the immune system keeps us healthy. The endocrine system is communication. This is how our body communicates within itself. This is how the hormones are produced. And if the body and hormones are systems of communication, the body will produce a hormone. It will be circulated to hit that target spot to send messages. So when we are looking at diseases, sicknesses, imbalances, as well as health, wellness, and strength, the immune system and the endocrine system are those systems. Because when we are looking at sickness, you can have a strong immune system, but if your endocrine system is weak and your body can't produce that communication. Your hormones can't be produced properly. This will aid in that inability to be healthy and well. Right?
Right.
So when we are looking at, and I want to go into how to eat to live real quick.
Yes,
It
sir.
says, and this is the key to better health.
What?
I love this book.
The
The key to
keys.
better health.
That's
Page
book
30,
one,
book 2.
book two.
Yes, page 37, right?
Okay.
In 3rd chapter, it says, we make ourselves sick. Do not think that sickness is something that just comes by itself. Listen now, you hearing this COVID stuff and you hearing that it's just coming by itself. No, that's not how we work. And it says, listen, it is the way we live that makes us sick. And this is what this is the mind frame that I'm trying to present this, because this is our system that keeps us healthy, the immune system. You right now, you hearing all of these things about the immune system, things attacking it. But one of the main ways that you can easily check how strong your immune system is your white blood cells. If you go get a blood test, your white blood cells is among your first line of immunity. They are produced like the red blood cells. You got them circulating through your body right now, looking. Listen now, they are looking for something to do. What if you have a too low? That's measurable. You can get a blood test. You can do your white blood count, and you can see how healthy your immune system is before you start taking something, right? I know it's wonderful doctors out here, Black doctors, that's giving these wonderful speeches and things, and they have these wonderful concoctions that they make, right? But you can, if it's your white blood count that's messed up, you got to deal with that. You see, like you got to know what's going on with you, and that's what you address, right? So when we're looking at this immune system, right, we got our stem cells, we got our endocrine system. The stem cells, they lay dormant. They lay dormant until activated by the body. Now the body already measures this. When your liver, the ability, they say your liver can if you got what, 75% of your kidney, it can reject 25% of your kidney, and it can regenerate. That's stem cells. When you cut your hair, or you got a cut, and that cut re-heals, that's stem cells. They are always circulating. You don't never stop producing them. What happens is we shut our bodies off from activating them. Right? So if you look up, how do you shut off the stem cells? Stress.
I was about to say that. Stress.
Overeating. And that's bad eating, overeating. Right? Not eating the right things, not eating to live. Lack of exercise. Because remember, the two main ways that stem cells are produced. And when you look at that stem cells, let us understand, these are the God cells. They literally can be whatever your body needs. So if you got something like that in your body right now, you gotta ask the question. Ask the question from your healthcare provider. Ask the question from your doctor. Say, hold up, why isn't my body activating them? I have them in me, but what is prohibiting my body from activating its own stem cells?
That's the question. That's the question.
These are the three main ways. Stress, overeating, lack of exercise. And how is this? Because remember, when you look up stem cells, the two main producers or components in this is the gut and your femur or the bone marrow. And I say femur because that's the biggest bone. So the gut and your bone marrow, when we overeat, bad eating, not eating to live, we destroy the gut, right?
Right.
So that interferes with the production because this creates stress because your body is stuck in a state of digestion. So it can't do anything because it's always digesting. So the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, he said the key to this is to strive to eat no more than one meal in a 24-hour period.
Right.
To give your body a chance to get rid of all of that poison and everything, to digest the meal and to distribute those vitamins and minerals before you eat again. Right? So when we are constantly in a state of digestion, the body can't produce and activate stem cells. The immune system is shut down. That endocrine system, it's shut down because the body is digesting. Right? Now, lack of exercise, bone marrow. The bone is spongy. It's not hard, right? So if you could see your bone while it's inside of you, it's soft. It ain't soft, it's rigid, but it's not as hard as the bone when you die. When a dead body bone is hard and brittle because it's not alive. But the bone is made out of cells, right? So it needs, so it's not a solid piece of material. It's a bunch of cells bonded together working, right?
Right.
So when we move something and you are moving those legs, right? And you do squats and you do weight bearing exercises, they activate that bone marrow to produce stem cells, to produce immune cells.
Teach, Brother Sean.
Because this, the Honorable Elijah Muhammad says, walking is the best exercise. Our legs are made to move. That was your first vehicle. When you're a baby, that's your first vehicle. See, we come out the womb and we are moving. We have no stress. We don't really overeat because we're supposed to be breastfed, right? So we don't have a problem with producing stem cells, with producing immune cells. The baby is flexible. He can fall down. He can bend his arms. We lose that as we grow as our guardians and parents teach us how to be Europeans. They teach us how to be like our slave masters' children because they have either never learned or forget that the human being is the original people. That what happens to people other than the original people, it means that it's happening to them because they are weaker than us.
Right. Absolutely. Wow, that's powerful.
And now I want to get to, so if we know that these are the three main ways that we lose it, right? Bam. So if we de-stress, if we eat to live, if we move something. Listen, this sets the stage. Yes, I know it might be too easy. Listen, I know you've been living with diabetes, lupus, sickle cell, AIDS, cancer, COVID, obesity. I know you've
Right.
been living with that your whole life, and you trust the person in the white coat, and you don't think Brother Sean has any education and credentials because he don't, and you're not listening to me. But
Right.
family, Brother Sean was destroyed. I was born with a defective heart, right? So I died at the age of 19. I spent 3 weeks in the hospital. I did not know. I got hospital records of arthritis. My right knee was terrible. I was in a
Right.
state of disrepair. My back from the age of 13 to my early 30s. I've had back trouble, steroid shots, epidural shots. When you're young and you got knee problems, back problems, and things like that, they tell you gotta wait till you get older before they want to do operations on you, because they
Mhm.
don't, those things are temporary. So if you got a knee, they don't want to replace your knee because it usually has to be replaced every 2 to 3 years. So if you in your 20s and 30s, they won't do that operation because they don't want you to have all of those operations in your lifetime.
Right.
And I'm saying, so I had to live with pain. I either become a pill popper, get them steroid shots. That epidural is not fun. Oh my God.
No. Well,
No,
I know what an epidural feels like, so
God.
I know that's not fun.
So and I'm just sharing because I understand what it's like to be in a state of disrepair, regardless to how I look. You did what I'm so our bodies work the same. Our lifestyles interfere with how God put this together. Regardless to what you think of yourself, the Bible says this is the image and likeness of God. You got to
That's
deal
right.
with that. You have to like you gotta
Can't change that. There ain't nothing you can do about it.
right. And we don't think he knew what he was doing. Like I said, he put stem cells. That's something that when he put this together in our biology, our chemistry, he put a stem cells that if we just could get this means that we really literally have the opportunity not just to grow, stay young. We can be, we can be what we want.
Right. The
Sister
body is
Denise,
a hospital, like the minister said.
man,
It's
and
its
I'm trying
own
to bear witness.
hospital.
Brother Daniel said this Sunday, he paraphrased the minister where he said the body is amazing, right?
Right.
I want to put the science to that amazement. I want to put the
Yes.
science to that power and that wonder and that godhood that is not just spiritual, but it's chemistry.
Right.
Right. Sister Denise,
Absolutely. Yes, sir.
there's two types of stress, right? So we got distress, and we got eustress, right? So distress, SOS, I need help.
Right.
Somebody say, Jesus, take the wheel. Let go and let
Let
God.
go and let God.
Eustress is saying, you know what? Let me go practice so I can be successful. You know what? Let me go study so I can be successful. You
Right.
know what? Let me go do something so I can build myself up for whatever's in front of me so I can be successful. But I'm
Yes.
stuck. I'm stuck here. Sister Denise, I'm stuck.
De-stress.
I'm stuck here.
Right. We need some peace and calming. This is a
Yeah,
blend that I have. It's called Peace and Calming.
come
And
on
it's a
now.
blend of it has patchouli,
Mhm,
tangerine, orange, ylang ylang in
mhm,
this blend. And it smells so good.
Mm.
Wow.
Wow. And that will
And
activate. Go ahead, I'm listening.
yes, that will activate that limbic system and go to those emotions and help you to just calm down. It says it. The name says it all. Peace and calming.
Peace and calm. Right. And and this is the amazing thing, sis. We can hear about how damaging and dangerous stress is, right?
Right.
We can hear that it shuts off your immune system,
Hmm.
right? And then everybody that hears it can almost admit that I got some stress in my life.
Right.
When we, okay, COVID-19 and all of these other things. So when we get sick, why don't we go to a solution of de-stressing in addition to taking vitamin? Like, we'll go look for some vitamin C. Let me go look. You gotta remedy some ginger, some mint, but
Right.
those things don't help with stress. They help with the effects of stress on your physical body, but they don't help you stop stressing.
Right.
We'll be stressing while we drinking the ginger tea. Come
Right.
on.
Still thinking about the problem.
Peace. What's the name of that again? You said?
Peace and calming.
Oh my God. I'm ready to order some. Because I did. I definitely, listen,
Yes.
I definitely need some. What's the what, can you repeat
The
what
oils
the,
in it.
yes, yes.
It's patchouli,
Patchouli.
tangerine, ylang ylang, orange. Yeah, those.
Yes. And
And
that
all of those have properties in it that help you to relax, de-stress, you
mhm,
know, calm that central nervous system.
right. Wow. See, and that's where, and that's, you got your central nervous system, is your brain and your spinal column. Your peripheral nervous system, right? This is your CNS. You got your peripheral nervous system. This is all of the attachments to that. Guess what? You don't control this one, but you control this one.
Mm.
So, sister, because you hit on it. See, when you distressing, you on automatic pilot. You done gave Jesus, you done already said, Jesus, take the wheel.
Right.
So you're not driving. Listen to what we say now. This means that I'm not driving the car.
Wow. Right. On autopilot.
The
On
immune
autopilot.
system shut off. See, look at what stress does. This stress does, because you stress doesn't do this. So let us, while we're talking about stress,
Hmm.
let us remember that there's good stress, bad stress. So
Right.
this stress, it shuts off the immune system. It shuts off your digestive system. Right? It shuts off your endocrine system. It shuts off your reproductive, oh my goodness, your reproductive system. It shuts off your lymphatic system. So listen, look at these important systems. So if you are stressing and your immune system doesn't work, you can get sick. Your digestive system isn't working. So the food that you're eating isn't getting broken down, and that may be why it's sitting there in your stomach.
Right.
Your endocrine system, this is your hormone. This is how your body communicates, your thyroid and things like that. So when your immune cells are born in your bone marrow, now they go to different parts of your body to become mature so your body can use it. Some cells, some immune cells go from your bone marrow to your thyroid. So if your endocrine system is shut down, your immune cells cannot mature because the parts of the body that they go to mature are shut off.
Wow.
because you are under stress. Your reproductive system, that's your breast, your vagina, and your womb. For the man, that's the testes and the penis. So when this is off, that means no energy, no light is going to those parts.
Wow.
So you have a rise of breast cancer. You have a rise of cancers in your reproductive system. The man has a rise with testicular cancer and other
Mhm.
types of cancer dealing with the reproductive system.
Right.
Your lymph nodes. That's how your body secretes and cleans and deals with it. Sis, come on, man. Listen.
Yes. And see, that's why with the
Uh-huh.
aromatherapy, that's kind of my focus now because stress it shuts down everything. And the essential oils definitely help with that. Like within 22 seconds of inhaling,
Mhm,
it helps you to calm down, relax,
mhm,
de-stress.
mhm. Can you see that?
Not yet. Let's see.
Fight or flight.
Fight or
Well,
flight.
when you are, this is your sympathetic. So you got your parasympathetic and you got your sympathetic, which goes along with your central nervous system. We don't control the sympathetic nervous system. That's fight
Right.
or flight. When you trigger it, your body automatically takes over and it will take up to 2 to 3 minutes after it's triggered before your thinking brain becomes activated. That's if you know how to shut it off.
Right.
How many of us get tricked? We wake up triggered. We don't want to wake up. We hate the job. I hate going to work. I hate the commute. I don't want to say nothing to nobody, my children. We wake up in a state of distress.
Right.
Sister DeNise, one more time, please show us. I go through it. You know that. So
Yes, we both do. Just take this peace and calming,
mm,
and it's light, citrus,
mm,
flowers. It's beautiful.
sweet smelling.
Yes,
Yes.
exactly. And just take a breath.
How
Take a
long it
deep
takes?
22 seconds.
Oh, hold on. Let's do the math. You said 22 seconds. Okay, go
Yes.
ahead. So when you are in fight or flight, you're instantly triggered. That's your limbic emotional part of your brain. That's your sympathy. You can't. This is built-in mechanism. So it takes 2 to 3 minutes for your rational part, that cerebral cortex, your thinking brain, to become activated.
Mhm.
This means that you can be stuck in a state of distress for a sister,
Wow.
DeNise. 22 seconds. Okay.
22 seconds.
Stop it. What?
Stop it.
Wow.
Arrest it.
Wow. So, man, all praises, dude. I'm looking at the map. Oh, I hope that those that's listening can understand what we are showing and revealing, that this takes the power away from somebody else and puts it right where it's supposed to be with your life.
Right.
It's all your ability to produce life is already in you. Those immune cells, those endocrine, all of those systems promote, sustain, elevate life. Our lifestyle will either add to that or take away from it.
If-
We just want to show how this affects us so we can make these lifestyle choices. Getting
Right.
some essential oils, calling, contacting Sister DeNise and say, you know what, sis, I'm ready to be proactive in my health and wellness.
Right.
I'm ready to make a small investment in my health and wellness, right? So
Right.
I can control my stress, my distress. So if I'm not distressed, what does that mean? That means that I get a chance, use stress, preparation. See, I can have preparation. I can exercise. See, this is I study. You see, when you go and you just willing and you don't do none of that, that's when you're in a state of stress, self-imposed.
Right.
I want to.
Wow.
I just want to read this one more time, sis.
Yes.
Hold on. With the Honorable Elijah Mom, what I opened with, and this is 22 seconds. You got another blend for us, sis? While I'm finding this.
Yes. Not a blend, but another oil.
Okay.
Definitely lavender.
Lavender.
Um,
Oh yes, yes,
yes,
yes.
lavender is very good for relaxing, calming, you know, taking your mind off of your worries and that stress,
Yes.
calms
And
that central nervous system.
isn't that like psycho? Doesn't it have psychoactive quality? Isn't, if I'm not mistaken,
Yes.
one of them? Oh, is that rosemary? That's rosemary.
Yeah, rosemary with the your cognitive function. It helps with that.
Yes, yes, yes.
Give you that mental clarity. Look,
Shit. Yeah.
yes.
So I just wanted to repeat this one more time before we get too far. And this is the same thing that I said. Come, let me start. It says, therefore, Allah has said to me that the time is right for you and me to accept our own, the whole planet Earth. What are you waiting for? The destruction?
Wow.
Listen, man, not the destruction of who? Yourself.
Right.
Right. And then, okay, come, let us reason together. But you cannot until you have a thorough knowledge of self. This is not just your name. How many bones do you have? How many
Right.
muscles do you have?
Know your
See,
body,
how
your
many parts?
anatomy.
Right.
Yes. How it
Okay.
functions.
Mm. It says, who are you waiting for to teach you the knowledge of self? Surely not your slave masters who blinded you to the knowledge. Man, the white racist civilization will never work for us. So like I said, with the purpose of this message of our show today
Yes.
was to reintroduce, invite you to understanding us, the original people that human, that dark organic matter,
Right.
right? And how when we look at the amazing power of us, we don't need anything. See, a lot of times you feel some type of way. I don't feel good, which is psychological, and you will think that has something to do with your physical body. Okay, I
Right.
don't feel good, so I'm sick.
And you're telling
No,
yourself that I don't feel good. So,
and
as they say,
listen,
it is what it is.
what did the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan say? He said, words matter.
Right.
So if you feel some type of way, that's the direction you're going to go in. Because we did the last broadcast, we went over the manifestation, the process of manifestation, the thought, how you feel, and action. So if you produce that thought, I don't feel good. That's not scientific. Let's just, okay, I don't feel good is not scientific,
Right.
right? So this thought you will create that emotion to go with it. So now your emotions are from your endocrine system that we talked about. This is how your body communicates. So now, but you will cause your endocrine system to produce these hormones. See, it ain't no longer a thought.
Right.
Because emotions are hormones. You can see those, you can measure those, right? So this happens in your endocrine system. So now you got in your bloodstream, in your arteries, you got your carotid artery, which takes blood to your brain. So look, right here, you got the common carotid artery going on both sides of your neck. At this part, it splits off. It got the external and internal, and it goes to feed blood to both sides of your brain. And your arteries then disperse at the same time, sending that blood through your body. When you produce these hormones, they are secreted in that bloodstream, producing and sending this hormone, this energy, this signal to your body.
Right.
So you become that. So your action is you become sick. Not because you was sick. You just wasn't
As you
feeling
said it.
good. But the
Right.
only word that you got to describe it is I'm sick. You go to the hospital, they do the blood test, EKG, ECG, and they say, hey, there's nothing wrong with you.
Right.
We say, what do? Yes, it is. I know my body. Y'all trying to kill me. Give me some medication right now. Y'all, see, that's the scenario that we put ourselves in because we don't have a knowledge of self.
Right.
If the civilized person fails to perform, see, that was the chapter. That was the name of the chapter, speaking about civilized people failing, because it is the civilized. If the civilized man fails to perform their duty, what must be done? See, those of us that have this knowledge, it's incumbent upon us
To
to
share.
teach.
Right.
That's what we trying to do here, fam.
That's right.
Sister DeNise. So here I am. This is the process. I'm here. I don't feel good, right? But I don't know what's wrong with me, but I know I don't feel good.
Right.
What can show us it? Show us it.
Yes. And improve your emotional well-being instead of reaching for the aspirin or the Tylenol or the
Come on, come on,
Pepto-Bismol or
come on,
whatever.
come on, come on, come on.
Reach for this essential oil and just take a few deep breaths and feel better
That,
at once. At once.
See,
Yeah.
remember, you don't feel good. See, we want to give our bodies a chance to work. So if you get sick, okay, let us understand before we close, right? Listen, if you we got COVID-19, right? Let's just, since we got that. This is your head, right? So
Yes.
they say COVID, they usually tell you it's about right here. You feel the itch. I felt that little scratch in the back of my throat, right? So your immune system, and we should call it responses, because it's more responses than it is systems. So your immune response is it knows that there's an invader right there. So it's going to try to trap it there. and it's going to cause inflammation to try to trap it right here so it won't spread. Now, it's going to send white blood cells, phagocytes, leukocytes, and other things to there to try to kill that virus, right?
Right.
So now, let's say the white blood cells, right? So you got the white blood cells, your WBCs. They go there, they kill it. They break it apart because that's what happens. Now you got white blood cells and the virus that's right there. So your body produces congestion and mucus. Why? Because these are slimy. So it's
Right.
going to have you cough it out, that expectorant,
Mm-hmm.
or it's going to come out nasal drain. So this is not you are sick. This is your body getting rid of the destruction,
Right.
right? So we know that COVID-19 loves 98.6 degrees. So your body raises the temperature. Would they?
Trying to kill it.
Okay.
Right.
Now, all of these are immune responses. Depending on who you go to, they will either call it, if they got a fever reducer, they're going to call it a fever because they want to sell it to you. If
Right.
they got a decongestion, they're going to say this is bad because they want to sell it to you. If Mucinex, so you see the
Yes.
commercial, Mucinex says mucus is bad because they're trying to sell you Mucinex, right? So inflammation. If I got an anti-inflammatory, I'm going to say inflammation is bad.
Right.
But if you study the immune system, you will find fever, inflammation, congestion, mucus as immune responses
Wow.
because it's trying to fight something that you can't see or
Right.
feel.
The body's
The
working for on your behalf.
If the
Wow.
civilized man fails to perform his duty, what must be done? See, now it's who are you waiting for to teach you the knowledge of yourself? Surely not your slave masters who have blinded you.
Right.
See, because they are the ones that have those commercials that sell those drugs that say your immune system from God is bad. They tell you COVID is attacking your immune system. How the hell? I'm sorry. Because soon as your body notices it, it's going to raise the temperature. It's going to
Right.
send inflammation. It's going to send mucus because it doesn't want it to spread. So what we do, we interfere. We go straight to the pharmacy. I gotta go to work. You don't want to
Right.
get well. See, you don't want to get healthy. You want to get strong so you can keep slaving. Let's keep it real,
That's
right?
real.
So when I don't understand this, it's the Bible says my people are destroyed for a lack of
Lack of
knowledge.
knowledge. And it's too
We
much knowledge out here these days to be destroyed because of that.
This is easily Google search. Look, if you got that nasal drip, sis, they got the nasal drip. They
Yes.
What can they do? Now look, so the aromatherapy will help clean out your nasal cavities,
Mm-hmm.
right? Sis,
Right.
give us something. I said, show us, man. Come on. I gotta come
Yes.
back to you like that.
Some eucalyptus will help dry up that nasal drip.
Mm.
Eucalyptus,
Oh,
lemon oil.
and that eucalyptus will open up
Oh,
so you can breathe.
yes.
Because you'll hear people say, I can't breathe. Hard breathing respiration is a sign, or one of the conditions of COVID as well as pneumonia and cold. See, you
Mhm.
got a natural therapy that will help. You don't need to have an incubator or that the breathing treatment. You don't need that.
Right.
You got go. You smell some eucalyptus, it's gonna
It's
open your
gonna
nose.
open you up. It's gonna help you breathe deeper, get more oxygen. It
Yes,
has an affinity for the respiratory system. So
yes,
yeah, it's gonna strengthen that. Definitely.
yes. So, family, while we are listening, especially during this time of Ramadan, this is you get to really get in touch with yourself, right?
Hmm.
Because you aren't putting your externals are limited. So now you're dealing with your internal, and you really
Right.
get a chance to be in tune with yourself. And if we just add, let me study myself, not just who I am, where I'm from, but my anatomy, right?
Right.
Let me study my endocrine system, my immune, because these systems are important. And we will
Absolutely.
easily learn truth from falsehood, right? We will easily learn how to help myself versus me not, where I was hurting myself.
Right. Killing yourself.
What the messenger say? Our favorite quote: "There's no set time for you and I to die. We kill
That's right.
ourselves daily
Daily.
by what we think, what we eat, and
And
what
what
we
we
drink."
drink.
This is the thinking. If you think you are sick, man, you will cause and create that sickness.
Right. And
Mm,
not only the physical food, but the mental, the spiritual, what we're listening to,
mhm,
looking at, who
mhm,
we talking to, what we're allowed, in our ear, all of
mm.
that.
Thanks for that reminder.
Somebody can say something to you and get your heart racing and you upset.
Yes, yes, yeah.
Or you could see something on TV that appears scary, you
Mm,
know,
mm.
and have you all caught up in that. So
Yes,
we have to be a gatekeeper for our soul.
yeah. I'm glad. Thank you for that beautiful reminder, sis.
You're
Because
welcome.
I called you the other day. It was like my daughter had me, man. So I def and they
Yeah,
this don't have to be your boss or some your neighbors. This could be right.
right in your
right.
house, your children, your
It's
husband,
easy.
your wife, your whoever's in your environment.
Yes, that's beautiful. That epigenetics. Epi is the outside influence on your DNA expression. And that's
Right.
everything from money, your environment, your neighborhood, your air quality, your food.
Yes.
Epigenetics, the outside influence on your DNA expression and development.
Right.
Wow. That's going to be the next show. Oh, hey,
Yes.
hey,
Don't give it
we
away.
excited for those that follow and listen. And we appreciate you. We love you. We thank you. As we go forward, we want to just keep giving you
I'm
the
coming.
best
Hold on.
science that we can.
Yes, sir. That's beautiful. Well, all right. And keep tuning in with us. We're going to be more consistent on our
Yeah.
time. So, Wednesdays and Saturdays, look for us at 3 p.m. Central, 4 p.m. Eastern Time. And we come to, like Brother Sean said, it's our duty as civilized people to teach and share
Yes.
what we know. All
Yes.
right. Yes, indeed. All right, family. Well, thank you all for tuning in. If you have any questions, you can definitely reach out to myself or Brother Sean. We both have books available on Amazon. Let me bring up my latest book,
Yes. Yes.
Healing with Sister DeNise. That book. Hold on. That book will go into depth on what essential oils are, what they do, aromatherapy and give you recipes that you can use at home on how to treat yourself instead of taking the aspirin, Tylenols, and over the counter medications that usually have side effects. You can reach for those essential oils. And to get that, you can reach out to me.
Yes.
All
Beautiful.
right, family. Well, thank you all for tuning in. Assalamu alaikum. Ramadan Mubarak.
Ramadan Kareem.
Yes, sir. All right.